Yo, what's going on guys? It's Mookie here and welcome back to another video of Cookie Run Kingdom. I'm super excited today because today's video is going to be all about the Sugar Gnome Lab. So if you guys are interested to see the most efficient route in my opinion to take to get the most out of it and to progress in the game a lot faster, make sure to stick around, like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So the Sugar Gnome Lab is going to be located in the top right corner right over here, and it's going to be unlocked when you get your Cookie Castle to level 7. So as you can see, you can go look at the Cookie Castle level. I can't right now, but my Cookie Castle level, I'm upgrading to level 9. When you press on it, it should tell you what level you're going at, and then obviously it's not that hard to follow up with. Anyways, it's a building where your sugar gnomes can be deployed to research upgrades for your castle. So let's jump in here. As you can see at the bottom, you're gonna have two paths here. You have cookies, this is where all upgrades for your cookies can be done, and then some miscellaneous like arena tickets and such. I'll make sure to go through the whole tree so you guys can see for yourself what path you'd like to take, as well as you have Kingdom, where you can upgrade things like the time it takes for all buildings to complete things like goods, materials, fountains of abundance, the train going faster, all of that good stuff, as well as you can get Sugar Gnome Craftsmanship 1 and then Sugar Gnome Research, stuff like that. It's just going to be making things faster essentially. So I'm sure a lot of you are making it to a point where you've maybe unlocked the trade harbor and you're noticing like, I don't have enough hours in the day to be able to send out the full 50,000. This is where something like the Sugar Gnome Lab can come in handy to boost up those times, get you those goods faster, as well as get you further in the game for a free cost of just, leveling up the Sugar Gnome Lab. So I'll break down everything in the cookie tree. We'll get back to the beginning here. So you're going to have tastier star jellies right off the bat. This is pretty effective in my opinion. I made it to a point where a lot of my cookies start to slow down with the level XP. I feel like the XP jellies aren't as potent. I'm getting the same amount. I'm leveling up my cookie homes, everything like that. And you're just going to hit that point. It's just a natural curve you're going to hit in any game you play. This just makes it so your tastier jellies This just makes it so your XP jellies are a little more potent. If they're given 100, they have a chance of giving 110 now, you know what I mean? So it just makes it a little more potent. As well as you got story mode mastery as well as dark mode mastery. This just reduced 1 stamina jelly from entering a story mode. It can add up in the long run. If you're farming something 10 times and it only costs 11 stamina, your 10th run is going to be free, which is pretty nice. Moving forward, you have all of the individual groups of cookies, and if you guys haven't yet, I broke down what each class does in a separate video. I'll link it right here. But right here, it breaks down all of them, and you can get an HP bonus. And then, as you guys can see, all you need to do to connect to the next part is just connect a straight line through. So I took the top route, or the bottom route here, it doesn't matter, of Charge Cookie and Bomber Cookie to connect to this All Cookies HP bonus. What I'm trying to get at though is I didn't have to go ranged, healing, I didn't have to complete all of them to continue through. So for now, I don't plan on upgrading my ranged or healing because those are the two cookie classes I use the least. And then over here we have arena tickets recharge rate. Pretty handy in my opinion though for a free to play player. It's not going to be that effective because if you get stuck in the arena where you can't fight guys, you have to wait 30 minutes anyways to refresh the list. And then you have arena tickets max number. This is pretty nice. You can upgrade it to +1 and then +2. So I believe you can get it to +11. Sometimes with this game it's a little tricky. I don't know if this means it's +1 and then it's adding another +1 for a total of +2. But I would assume you're getting 3 maxed out here, leading up to be 11 arena tickets. And then moving forward, we got toppings, cheaper upgrades, so it's going to cost you less coins. Hopefully it also costs you less toppings. That would be really effective because I'm finding that I'm running really low on the upgrade material for toppings, like almost all the time. There's not really efficient way to farm them other than just repeating story modes and like just playing the game regularly, so you don't get it at a constant rate. So hopefully that gives you a little more in that regard. That would be super nice. Following that, we have all the individual classes again with a defense bonus, and then all of them together for a defense bonus. The next one is going to be the Searing Keys max number 1. This is just going to give you more Searing Keys, which is going to be awesome in the long run because that tower gives you a lot of rewards, and if you can kind of go through it quickly, it's just super fun. When you get stuck, it takes a long time. I believe it takes 30 minutes for 1 key to recharge. I'll double check on that, but that's nuts. Like 30 minutes, if each level costs 6, you're waiting a long time just to potentially progress for that fact 1 level. You could die and then lose those keys, you know what I mean? And then the recharge rate down here is also going to be effective. You can get it all the way to +15 recharge rate. Quite honestly though, I feel when you make it to this point in the Sugar Gnome Lab, you're probably only going to be able to level up a majority of these things to like 4 or 5, because every single upgrade from the beginning costs 30 robust axe, and it goes up with more smithy upgrades. Like after that it'll cost more of the shovels, and then after that the saws, and so forth. I'll take you guys back to the beginning to kind of show you what I'm saying. But if I go to something like star jellies, you can start seeing it starts costing Aurora pieces, and these are not that easy to come by. You can do it via the train, or you can do those little bounties in the tree where you send out all those goods to people, and then every 10, 15, and 20 chests you send out, you get them. But that still isn't enough to get all of these heavy upgrades. Like, I'll go over here quickly to show you guys what I mean. I need 30 pieces right here for each, and you need 2 sugar gnomes. So this is gonna take me out of the day 2 sugar gnomes for 12 hours and 30 pieces of each Aurora piece. That's unreal. So that's why I'm not obviously doing this. I couldn't even if I wanted to. Anyways, let's get back into the cookie tree. So we left off on the searing pieces, and then right over here you're gonna have dark mode mastery 2. This is just gonna again reduce that stamina by 1. It adds up in the long run, trust me guys. Following that, we're gonna have the attack bonus for all the cookie classes, and then again all of them grouped up. And then extra topping presets. This one I'm pretty interested to see how this works. I'm curious if it works via like if it removes it off another character, or if you can kind of have double sets going on. I'm sure it has to remove it off other characters because it wouldn't make sense for double sets to occur. But when I make it here, I'll make a video about it explaining it, as well as arena tickets max number. Again, this one though is max number 2, so it starts right off the bat with the first upgrade with Aurora pieces, which is a little nuts. And then moving forward, it's HP bonus for all cookies. I'm sure you guys are seeing the pattern here. It's always just all the cookie classes broken down, and then HP, defense, attack, HP, defense, attack. Stamina jellies max number. This one looks really interesting to me. Stamina jelly maximum plus 30 at level 10, which is nice. It's plus 2 at level 1, which also isn't bad for the 30 axes. It doesn't take that long. So I'm looking forward to unlocking that, even though it needs Sugar Gnome Laboratory level 8. So I'll make it there probably like 3 years from now at this rate, but you know, I'll make it there in due time, don't worry about it. Toppings cheaper upgrade 2. This one is exactly like the previous one. It's gonna be nice for, hopefully it's gonna reduce that gold cost a lot, because as you guys can see, I'm running a little bit lower on the gold because you don't farm it as fast as you spend it in this game. Defense bonus 2 is what we're following up with, and then this one is the only one that actually has a crit damage bonus. Pretty nice. It's gonna come in handy for things like the guild boss and those solo boss levels you're trying to get past. Arena recharge 2, and then finishing it off with the all cookie attack bonus 2. Now we're gonna move over to the kingdom side. Again, this is where you upgrade all of the things to make the productivity of all of your buildings quicker, and let's get into it. We got Sugar Gnome craftsmanship. Sugar Gnomes will build, upgrade, and expand territory faster. This, in my opinion, is super important, as you can now upgrade all of your buildings that take like 9 hours and maybe 8 hours, 20 minutes. I know it only saves 40 minutes, but again, that's 40 minutes you can get progressing faster. That's 40 minutes. Maybe you were on a deadline for an event or something and you needed a specific building. You now have more of a chance to succeed in that event just by saving some time. And then it's going to be all of your goods upgrades, just faster production. You won't notice a lot of these upgrades at this low level, especially with things like the axe, the saw, or the shovel. It's only going to take off maybe a matter of seconds to maybe a minute or two, so it's not that effective. You'll notice it more in things that take like 55 minutes to 2 hours, things like that, you know. And then this easy goods collection is amazing, probably my favorite thing in here, because I knew there had to be something. This essentially, when you go to collect something in your kingdom, it's gonna go and you guys will see here, it collected all of the buildings I had available. It does the same exact thing as this, but it does it for all the things you have ready. Super effective. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's just so tedious to go through each building and collect every little piece. So easy goods collection just makes it easier. Nice little upgrade. I had to go for it right off the bat. And then following this, it has all of your main buildings that you unlock earlier on, faster production. In my opinion, I'm going to be going with the smithy upgrade over everything else, because everything in here requires things from the smithy. So as you can see, this one requires the pickaxe. The first upgrades for almost all of them will require, like this one requires the 14 of these, which take me right now 55 minutes to make. That's just absolutely crazy. Level 1s will take, as you guys saw with stuff like this, if I go over here, it'll take 30 just regular robust axes. So what I'm trying to get at is a lot, and almost everything in here requires something from the smithy. So I'm going for that upgrade right off the bat, trying to get it as high as I can, just to make it so I can upgrade everything else in here faster to produce more of those goods, as well as you need the shovels and the pickaxes to unlock a lot of the barriers in the campaign mode. So all in all, it's just probably the most effective production speed up in my opinion. Following that, we got Cookie House faster production. So this goes hand in hand with the XP Jelly potency upgrade. not only is your XP jelly potency going to be a lot higher, your XP jellies are also going to be producing faster in the cookie house. And then you're going to get more into the specific goods over here, so something like the windmill, or jellyberry faster production, where you're producing all the jellyberries. Over here, you're going to get more into the specifics. I don't know why they did this, but the first two upgrades you got over here are going to be the wood and then the jelly bean, but then further on you unlock the sugar quarry upgrade. Not sure why they did that. Following that though, Fountain of Abundance, the thing right in the middle of your city where you collect all of the goods every day. That is also going to have faster production. All of the specific buildings are just going to get faster production. I'm just going to scroll through slowly so you guys can kind of see it. This one is going to make the main three materials produce faster, which is really awesome because it's nice where it can kind of round them all in together. But as you guys can see, the upgrade for it is kind of ridiculous. 16 hours as well. And then goods faster production, again rounding up all the goods together in one little basket. Getting further into all the specific upgrades like milk well, latte cafe, dairy factory. This is where it gets interesting though. So right here you have the faster balloon exploration. This can be upgraded to minus 10%, which in the long run is nuts. Like, that's absolutely crazy. You can send out your balloon for the level 10s, you know, story 10, story 9 or whatever, and it can come back a lot sooner. So that's pretty nice. As well, following that, bigger storage materials, bigger storage good stacks, Fountain of Abundance, star jellies, so upgrades more XP in the Fountain of Abundance, increases the amount it produces, which is nice. Faster train trading, so this, in my opinion, is what I'm beelining for right now, because faster train trading means the train's gonna go and come back quicker, which is amazing, because the train is one of the best ways to get the Aurora bricks, which are these things right over here. So if you can get the train back to you sooner, you can send it out more, just adding up to more Aurora pieces, which is always nice. Aurora pieces, man, that's tough to say so many times in a row. Anyways, following that, again, goods production, faster production for materials, as well as Fountain of Abundance production, all level 2. This is just going to be the upgraded versions again, another plus 10. Tree of Wishes coins, this one I don't think is that amazing, to be honest. The Tree of Wishes doesn't give me that many coins to begin with, so for an upgrade, like 10% of really little is still going to be really little. And then Toy Store, Cotton Ranch, research efficiency is really effective as well. It increases the research speed in the Gnome Laboratory. So if something takes you 20 minutes, you get it up to 10%. Oh, it goes up all the way to 15%. For this instance, we'll say 10%. You'll take off a nice 2 minutes off of that, which isn't bad. Bigger storage again, more storage, faster balloon exploration 2, Sugar Gnome craftsmanship 2. So this is the one I'm expanding in the very beginning. Construction speed plus 10% added to that original, I think 10% as well. Just makes it so all the buildings that take like hours and hours on end, you're gonna probably cut off a nice 1 to 2 hours just for upgrading this Sugar Gnome craftsmanship. And then all of these stores I haven't unlocked yet. Cookie house faster production 2, faster train trading, research efficiency 2. All of the things are now just getting, like right over here, bigger storage 3. This just gets nuts. Obviously this is for the late game. And then Fountain of Abundance, star jellies 2. That's kind of just breaking down the whole tree for you guys. Now I'm going to be telling you about the path I took and I'm planning on continuing to take throughout the journey of the game. I'm kind of in between the two groups right now, but I'm heavily leaning towards the kingdom tree as we speak. So as you guys can see, I upgraded this just the bare minimum to get through. I really needed the all cookies HP bonus because I was stuck in the story, and that little extra HP bonus got me just enough so I could beat the level and continue progressing. Usually I get stuck on the boss stages, so something like 10:31, 9:30, 7:30, things like that. And then I stopped right here because I don't plan on upgrading this anymore, and obviously I can't go any further until my castle is done upgrading. But then back in the kingdom territory, right all the way back at the beginning, I got my Sugar Gnome craftsmanship as high as I could go. I explained already, it just makes it so I can get all the buildings I want up there faster. So faster time right here is the first thing I went for. And then kingdom time upgrades, I mostly went for things like the wood, jelly, and sugar right off the bat, just to get them a little bit quicker. Following that, I then went with the XP potency at the beginning, just to make sure my characters can keep progressing through. So you guys can go about it one of two ways. If your characters are breezing through, you unlocked really good characters right off the bat, you got really lucky with the toppings, all that good stuff. You don't really have to focus on the XP potency as much. I got good characters, however, I obviously hit that wall being free to play where, you know, my characters didn't have the OP toppings and all of these things, and I had to go farm for toppings, and so I wanted my characters to level up a lot quicker so I could farm toppings faster and so forth. Following that, I just did the 2 story mode stamina things just for fun, you know. It's a one of one. I got them out of the way right off the bat. And then easy goods collection is really nice as well. Collecting all those goods out in one swift action is super effective. And then the most important one I'm working on right now is the smithy faster production. I already explained to you guys everything in here is gonna require smithy pieces. Get this as high as you can, because it's gonna save you a lot of time and you can research more and more. Later, when you're stuck in the campaign or really want to see great growth in your cookies, I would focus on all the stat upgrades for your cookies. So all the things over here, I would get them as high as you possibly can. So that's kind of the order I would go in. So once again, just for clarification's sake, I went faster research time in the kingdom tree, kingdom time upgrades, mostly things again like wood, jelly, and sugar, also found in the kingdom tree. XP potency, it can really help you later down the line, which can be found in the cookies tree. Story mode stamina for more runs, and then saving up to get that free run after 10 or 11 depending on how much stamina it starts off with, also found in the cookies tree. The easy goods collection for that swift collecting, found in the kingdom tree. And then smithy faster upgrade, again super essential, also found in the kingdom tree. And then following that, I'm just going to keep progressing through the kingdom upgrade, just because I'm really at a point where I'm happy where I'm at with the story. I'm not really beelining it for any of those extra gems right now, just because I'm going through a little bit slower. I believe I'm on chapter 11-11, so I'm not in any rush to complete the storyline anytime soon. And I just want to upgrade my kingdom. I want to make my kingdom as effective as it can be, and then I can go on to continue taking on all those bosses. So that's going to break down today's video, guys, of the Sugar Gnome Laboratory and my fastest and what I believe to be the most efficient route to take. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I want to thank you guys today for taking the time to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again for watching, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and peace.